Rebels. So it says, no matter how much you are being tested or pushed right now, stand your ground and push back. Believe in your own integrity and self worth so much that no one can get in your way. Have the confidence to move forward. You can, and we'll do this. Rebels, let me tell you. So the songs, the not even the songs. It's just the chorus because you don't even have a whole tune for this person. Let me help you understand something. You are not here on this board. It's imagination creation happening, okay? The song, the choruses that's been popping in, Spirit wants you to understand that. Not that you need to understand. Spirit says that there's been somebody who's been projecting love songs and songs of memory towards you, and you just and it's a complete distraction. They felt like if they warm you up with all these lovey-dovey songs and apologies and everything up in the ethers, that it will warm you up, right? But Spirit said that your energy that they're receiving back is, who is that? Noriega, ghetto superstar. What? And that's all. What? What is it that you want? And it's not even a question. It's just what. Okay. But then you also saying, Kanye West and White Boy. I just want you to know. That's it, right? And then what was the other one? The other one that Dipset. Dipset, honey, I really mean it. Listen, so you telling this person, I really mean it. What? What? I really mean it. Leave me alone. Okay, you don't want to be bothered with this person, but Spirit wanted you to let you know something and give you a little clue into what the hell is happening, honey, because it's about face and about irritating the hell out of my ass too. All right, so back here, you have endless cycle. This person is going through it, definitely. It seems to be an endless cycle confirmation of constant chaos and just franticness, so manic, just constantly thinking about you and the times that y'all used to have and the times that y'all used to share. They were so trapped in this box in the way that they saw things, the way that they thought about things. And they just felt like since everybody else wanted them, you must have been like everybody else. And any good thing that you did towards them was just, you trying to align yourself, shoulder to shoulder with the competition when the way that you showed up, there was no competition. Only if this person would have been aware, right? But they were trapped in a box of their mindset. Now, Spirit is saying this motherfucker, they done finally got their mind out of that fucking confined ass. Mothball needing. Grandma hoarding. Stuffy, musty ass box that they were up in. Okay, Spirit said they finally got their brain to think outside of the box. And now that their brain is outside of the box, honey, the memories that are coming back that's looking so much fresher and so much cleaner, like they can see clearly now that the rain is gone. But the rain ain't gone yet, honey. The storm has just begun. The storm has just begun. That romance is not over. It's how the hell the fuck they ass is feeling. Okay, but Spirit said for you, this is gonna take a lot of willpower on your end because seeing that this person is like they're acting like these memories are a newfound discovery, but you've already lived through this. You actually lived through it. You were present when the stuff was happening. You knew what you were investing and what it should have applied you for. But this person they wasn't paying attention. They wasn't paying attention. So Spirit saying there is no honor amongst thieves. And they're seeing those around them and looking at those around them, those people who gave them advice, those people who thought that they were on a level that they could tell this motherfucker anything about you. And I said that to somebody before. What did I say? I said there was this guy who I was dealing with, and he was taking advice. He had a female. There's something about I need to stop. Yeah, I'm not even dating anymore. I'm not even. Look, I'm off the market. I'm off the grid. Okay. I'm not even on the grid. But I remember telling this guy who I was dealing with. He had a female best friend, and his mama was like really clingy. His mommy was like the type of mom who wasn't getting the type of respect that wanted to get from men. So she coddled her son to love her like men that she was fucking should have loved her, right? But that just made him to, disrespect any other woman that was around him, very disrespectfully. But anyway, his mother, his best friend, and all these other women in his life was trying to tell him about me. And I had to clearly tell him, they can't tell you shit about me because I see those are some grown ass women body little girls. Seriously, they are not on the level where I'm at. And so, due to this person and the people who they took advice from, those people couldn't get him advice, give him, her, whomever this person is for you, advice about you because they weren't, they just not on the level of your understanding. They're not on the level of anything that you do for the reasons that you do it for. These people are not comprehensive of that because they do the same things. They might have done the same things that you've done for this person, but their reason for doing the things that they've done was different for the reasons that you've done it. So let's say if you bought somebody a gift, it wasn't because it was a holiday and it was expected. It was possibly just because, or you heard them say something, or mm, so careless of you, right? You just care that much. But for them, they would buy a gift for somebody in expectation of, hey, so since I did this for you, now I got, how do the mobs say? I'm gonna do a favor for you, but when we come to you, you cannot reject us from this favor that we're going to ask from you. Like you can't, and that's the way that these folks move. So there's no honor amongst Steve. And they're realizing that the people who they were getting advice from, the people who guidance they was following, because this person was not an independent thinker, nor did they have a mindset of their own. They like to stick with the community. They like to do things by social constructs, societal shit, and all that other stuff. So the things that this person was abiding by and following had nothing to do with their own individuality, had nothing to do with who they who they wanted themselves to be, what they wanted themselves to be. They were doing things and making choices based upon other people's expectations of how shit should go. So yeah, this being, they are realizing that they passed by a really good one by letting you walk away, by letting you go, by creating the chaos that caused the straw to break the camel's back and created this appropriation for you to say hello to the departure. Okay, so Spirit said we're gonna go all the way over here. So with this Two of Wands, this person is most definitely, they trying to come up with some new found way of courage and newfound way of inspiring themselves to be able to approach you again. Now, are they going to approach you? I have no clue, honey. I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay, but the thing about it is that they still have in their in their minds, in their spirit, they're still a flying monkey. But not only are they still a flying monkey, they are still confirmation. They are still in the aspect of concerning themselves with how other people's perceived value of them would come off. Yeah, notice how my tone changed. It's like it's the hidden secret. So like they are so fueled with, goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Like they're feeling it like meteors just hidden from the sky, and the residue and little sparks and everything is hitting them like, the volcano has just erupted. Everything makes sense now because they could not understand. Why were you so nice to them? Why were you so kind to them? Why were you so willing to be there for them? Because they knew they wasn't shit. You saw they wasn't shit. You even gave them understanding within your communication and conversation with them that they weren't shit. But when you talk to them, it wasn't that you was talking to them like, oh, you're not shit. I know, I get it. At some point in time, you did talk to them like that, and they thought that it was the cutest thing. They thought it was so darling of you. They thought that it was so funny, right? But when you were talking to them in those moments where they felt that, well, they acknowledged, they were completely aware, there was no secret that they weren't shit. You were coming from more so of a space of, Life can be different if only you choose different. And this person took you as a fucking joke. They thought that you was doing like one of those TV sitcom moments where, the nostalgic music plays in the background and it's a very touching, heartfelt, honey, this person, yeah, a very touching, heartfelt moment. This person also took a lot of their keynotes from what they saw on TV and, what they heard in music and what they saw in the movies. And they couldn't even fake it. They couldn't even fake it. They couldn't even identify or personalize what they were seeing actors and actresses portray. And they couldn't personalize it to themselves. They knew not that they were able to personalize it to themselves unless they watched something, that was based upon a life experience that they had of their own. Like, for instance, if they was a street pharmaceutical type of person, oh, they love shows like Power and all that other stuff because they get it. But then, even then, they watched it with the limited mindset, okay, feeling that their story was the only way that the story could have went, and that it was the greatest story ever could be possibly told. But they didn't even have that connection to their own experience. Right? This person definitely did want for more. They surely did. And they were able to experience more with you, but Spirit said, let's turn that around a little bit. They were able to experience more with you now that they are having the memories and understanding of what more there was had they allowed themselves to be in the present with you when the present was had. And now that the gift of you is gone, all they got left is the memories. Yeah, it's a big spotlight going on. Yeah, So Spirit is working with this person to help them understand that you weren't the opposition. They were working against themselves. That they were being extremely argumentative against themselves, that they could not make up their damn mind what the hell it is that they wanted. They had their eyes on the prize all the fucking time. They had their eyes on you. You were right there. They could have had you, but they let you go. They let you go. You left, whatever. Baby, listen. So it is due to the justice. It is due to the justice and judicial system. They didn't want me to say judicial system, that they are now understanding that tossing around if ever they said, oh yeah, we're twin flames or only in divine timing or whatever spiritual terminology they use, trying to get up in your pants, which Spirit said you probably did let them in your pants because you was a little delulu because it was that magic moment of, oh, they finally get me. They're finally coming around. Yeah, right. We ain't even got a deep dive into you. I ain't got to rip you a new one because you already know. But anyway, so this person is finally dealing with the fact of understanding, not in completion, but in completion. The fact that, yeah, this was a twin flame journey, and they don't understand. They have yet to get to the point of understanding that twin flame journeys, it can be an endless cycle, and due to the fact that they didn't learn what they need to learn, oh no, it's going to continue to be, well, I wonder what's going on with the rebel now. I wonder, are they happy? I wonder where they've been. I wonder if they're thinking about me. Confirmation. This person is like, they are trying their best to make sense of when the hell did they fumble the ball. And Spirit said throughout, they're trying to figure out when the hell or why the hell did they not see it when they had it, because they were too consumed with outside opinions, instant gratification, instant validation, whatever would give them the effects of instant oatmeal. That's what they were signing up for. Okay, so once again, ain't no honor amongst thieves. Okay, so they ain't got nobody to be mad at but themselves. Now, do they understand that? Can they seem to comprehend that? Spirit said, we'll see. Not you'll see. But they fucking around and finding out. Because due to how this person has to be able to be productive and, progress in themselves, and in order for them to be seen as a person of honor, they have to be willing to confess. They have to be willing to, I'm hearing Usher's confession. Oh my goodness. So this person has definitely done some trifling ass shit, and not just in your face, but behind your back, and also in the name of you. Okay, like you probably told them no at times where they really wanted you to say yes, or they were sure, not that they really want you to say yes, but they were sure that you would say yes, and you didn't. So therefore, it was a crushing disappointment to them and their ego of, bitch, do you not know who the fuck I am? So they went and did some fuckery shit in the name of you and the fact that you told them no. And the fact that you did not give them their way. And the fact that you did not operate when they wanted you to function. Baby, listen. So they have to really, they have to go through all the seeds that they planted. And Spirit is saying, if they come your way, you'll know how to handle this situation. Because what they don't know is that you know them better than they know themselves, even though they lived with themselves all their life. Honey, if you was to write them in a book, you would be the things that you could write about them. And if they were a reader of that same book, they would still have trouble identifying themselves, even if it was something caught on candid camera. Okay? So Spirit is telling them the only way that they can have your attention moment by moment, not even minute by minute, but moment by moment, meaning like fractions of a second. They will have to be progressive and productive and honesty and truth and revealing what needs to be revealed. Rebel, you already know, even if it hurts you, you rather have the truth. You don't want anybody to disguise or coddle the truth, or add any fluffers in to make something sound good. And just being authentic, yeah, you seen this person's version of being authentic, but they don't know who their true authentic self is, though you seen the softer side of their seers. Okay, baby. Okay, so honey, I gotta take a breath because that beat is a lot. So Spirit is telling them they got decisions to make, that there is no space for compromise, that these two masks that they have right here, they can't even put those back on, because you would know if they came back. Let's say if this was old school days, if they came with the limousine and the flowers and everything else, it's not even a factor if it's a rental or not. It would be who you steal that from. What type of what is it called? What did we just say? What type of favor did you agree to do for somebody else later? There you go with the mob stuff again. The favor that you wanted to get the limousine, you wanted to get the tux, you wanted to get the this and that, and so you could show off for me in a moment. But what did you promise them that you would do just so you could have this moment? Because what they also do not pay attention to is every choice that they made became a liability for you. So therefore you couldn't stay around. You couldn't stick around. They wanted to fuck around and find out. They had to fuck around and find out by themselves. You were not going to stick around for this shit. Okay? And that's why they, wherever the hell they at, going through whatever the fuck it is that they going through. Because those were the choices that they made. You wasn't co-signing shit. Even if that meant you removing your presence, you were saying, I was not going to co-sign shit. So therefore you did remove yourself. And if they left you alone first, you was like, you know what? Thank you. I can't even be mad about it. I'm going to be hurt about the fact that I kept myself up in this situation longer than I should have stayed up in this situation. I ain't got nobody to be mad at myself. But as far as you, no, baby. Won't do that again. Won't do that again. Okay, so here, with the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Wands and False, the things that this person is realizing that they did to deceive you, the ignorance, the cowardly choices that they made. Now they're looking back at what they could have had with you. And they are so deeply in concern, but so deeply to the point that they aren't, they're a little bit above a page, but they're not at the knight, at the queen and the king maturity. They are at that point of a knight of cups, where they have no one to blame but themselves. You know how when You go from childhood, adolescence, and then you get right up in your 20s. That night is about up in his 20s. He has like that 20-year-old revelation of a mindset of, man, ain't nobody fault but my own. Oh, child, where we going? Oh, we have, honey, look, this deck right here is definitely charged up. It's charged up. Okay, what we got? What more is there to know? What more is there to say, Spirit? What more is there to know? What more is there to say? Beach. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. You say this person needs some deep cleansing in their subconscious. You want to make it clear that they don't own you. None the fucking at all. You it is a deep realization that they are a student. They do want you to create with them. But they're still trapped. Honey, the way that this person is thinking about you, every memory that they have of you, of just watching you, is bittersweet. It's just bittersweet. Confirmation. And it's mainly bitter because they realizing that they had you. That they had everything that anybody could have been envious of. Even these thieving ass friends of theirs. So Spirit said of them. So therefore, they're still just like. So, oh shit. So outwardly, they are still exerting the energy of them being like the rest of these thieves. It's like those mobster movies where the one thief, he falls in love, but he tries his best to keep it secret. So Spirit said either that's how, Spirit said that's how they was then, and that's why they fought so hard to resist you. Because they remember how those stories ended. Usually that thief who fell in love, either their romantic interest died or they wind up getting off, cut off, like deceased. Child. Okay, so we got two right here. Okay, so ugly sweater and secret admirer. The Spirit is telling you, it's perfectly fine. You're not supposed to laugh at anybody's pain, but seeing how much you went through and how much you've endured, it is perfectly understandably so, and they will not tax you if you felt the need to laugh at any point in time throughout this message. child, what's at the bottom of this deck? Manipulation. Well, okay, can we hold on? I'm gonna show you. Oh, I don't want to keep on. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Okay. So we got one night stand. Time heals all wound. Do you remember? Oh, androgyny and manipulation. So Spirit wants you to know, do not allow yourself to have a one night stand with this person, not even on one of those, man, can I at least, hit one more time? If they say some foolish shit like that to you, you do have every right to laugh and walk away. But make it a short laugh, because the longer you laugh, the more it's going to piss off this person. They're going to go quickly from reminiscing over you and loving you to, I want to off this bitch. Okay? This person is very sensitive. They are extremely, Spirit said they're extremely sensitive. So here with one night stand, they want some fast contact with you and connection. They are paying attention to the synchronicities, and they do feel like this was in divine timing, but they feel like you should be patiently waiting for them. No. Okay, they will definitely are karmic, but they want you to remember, and they want you to reminisce with them, why even at the distance that they are from you. Spirit said don't you dare, because that's a trap too. Okay, because they said even though you are healing, honey, there's still a soft spot in you for this person. I'm sure you don't even recognize where that, because you probably done buried that mug with you. Okay, but Spirit is saying, oh, so this message isn't for everybody in regards to the person being conflicted about their sexual identity. But Spirit said the message that is conflicting, that is for everybody, is this person is confused, having conflict about their sexual identity, because as quiet as it's kept, they do and did want to live in your skin. So let's say if you were a female, they as a male wanted to be a female. They wanted to live the female experience, and they wanted you to give them the female experience. And if you are a guy, a male, and you were dealing with a female, they wanted to be able to live the man's experience. So they wanted to swap energies of gender with you. And if this is a same sex situation, honey, it was something about you that they did not identify within themselves, that they felt like, I'm supposed to have that. They're not supposed to have that because they don't even appreciate it. Okay, so let's say, for instance, if this is a woman and you were the woman with the kids who birthed kids, they feel like they should have had that experience. Honey, listen. And then with mental control, honey, it didn't even, okay. They still do want to be able to influence you in the ways of what they want. It's still about what they want. It's like, it's my money and I want it now. They still want to influence you in what they want and how they want it and when they want it. And because they still, now that they want you and they want to experience the old version of you when you were with them, that accepted the partials of them the way that they were, they want to come in and give you everything that you ever deserved until they see that y'all are solid, and then it's going to go straight back to the way that things were. Okay, so Spirit, can we get a message for the rebels? Hard work. Okay, although you may not see immediate results from your efforts, know that the work you invested in now will bear much fruit later. Stay the course. You're on the path to attending lasting financial security. So even if your money, whether it be your money not looking right or your investment does not seem to be paying off, or you want it to progress a lot more faster than what it is, Spirit said, do not let this person be a distraction. Do not let whatever projections of songs and everything or nostalgia that they're sending your way be of any distraction. Keep on going. Yes, there is this whole thing that things are easier if you have two brains, but y'all two brains don't think alike. Y'all two life's paths does not even desire of the same thing. You are literally a tool for this person, and this person is literally a burden for you. Okay, so Spirit is saying, stay your course. Stay your course. All right, let's get another message for you. Baby, clarity. Unexpected news will offer a fresh new perspective that will help you unveil a new side to your current situation and get you moving in a positive direction. Confirmation. So therefore, I heard, move, bitch, get out the way. And Spirit is telling you to keep on moving. All right, we're going to take these top cards right here for the rebels. Okay. All right. I love it. Okay. So, oh, come on, hands work. You got 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Okay, so yeah. Focusing up on your business, not giving a damn about anything that anybody is talking about, saying you multitasking, you living life. You said you ain't got no time for no slippery fish, although this one looking kind of confused and everything, because that fish did get away from you, right? But you, honey, it's more fish in the sea. It's more fish in the sea. And due to that being more fish in the sea, you got more and more surprises coming from the universe, because dealing with all this stuff that was back here, and now this person, whomever is behind you, they're not standing right behind you, honey. They are far off at bay. Okay? Spirit say keep on going, okay? They appreciate the fact that they handed you this cup offering, and that you finally unfolded your arms, and you finally to figure out and decided what the hell you was going to do with that. And you poured that shit out. You said, look, you're not even in deep thought about this person anymore. You're not even even deep concern about this person anymore. Okay, you are being genuinely honest with yourself about the circumstances. And here with the Nine of Cups, honey, you are so full of yourself in the best of ways. Your heart is full. Your heart has been filled with the essence that is you. To separate to look at how you were. And Spirit said, look at how you were when you were with this person. The much of yourself that you was given away without receiving anything in return. That reciprocity reciprocity has definitely been a word that you have implemented, not just in your vocabulary, but in you being able to identify when something is best for you. Right, sit with that. Sit with that. Spirit said, take this whole deck and flip it over. What we got, honey? And Six of Wands. Okay? It's a celebration. You may have felt like that you could not have lived without this person. And you showed yourself to be wrong. And if that's the case, say to yourself, like, you know what, I was wrong, but I was also right to get the fuck on. Okay? So rebels, let's go ahead and get you out of here. Let's go ahead and get you out of here. And it says giraffe with the reflection. If you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision. You are advised to turn the problem around in all possible manners. Before deciding on a situation, your circumstance needs to be examined carefully. And you did, and you have. So, Spirit is also telling me to read these two cards down here. It says, there are some truths you're resisting to accept over and over again until you are tired and restrained beyond depression. Okay, restrained beyond depression. Okay, it takes a decision to live life for you. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change, and the world around you will follow. While significant events are on the cards for you, you will progress in your endeavors and gain a new experience. The right people and resources will be put on your path. And an excellent proposal or change is coming up. You're destined for greatness, honey. I said destination greatness, and in totality. Okay, can we get another one? This is beyond your illusion. So rebels, I love you and I adore you, but I gotta let you go live your life and let it do for you. And 0330, lucky shirt. Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Rebels, you done leveled on up, and I just understand and know that whomever this person was, though they may see you face to face at some point in time, they have no clue of who they are meeting, and that they will genuinely be meeting you for the first time because you are on a whole nother level. And the memories that they had about you are null and void. So as always, rebels, go live your life. Go make it do what it needs to do for you, baby. Yep, they concerned about legal situations and the legalities of everything that is going on. Baby, I just want to be a little nosy right now. About your ascension. What makes it okay for you to continue to go forward without them? How could they ever possibly catch up? It's the energy that they are going to be in. That shit is going to hurt and it's going to piss them the fuck off. So Spirit said, fuck them. Keep going. Go even further. Go on with your past self. Go Rebels.